How's the week been, Brassy? Have you worked on Saturday's game?
Yeah, it's no different, Gordon. It's, as I say, we've looked at it right the way through, so it's you've got to look bigger picture, and that's it. Don't take your mind off where you've got to get to.
Individual errors, mistakes, silly free kicks, maybe even complacency. How have you sit down?
No, I don't think complacency is one. I think the rest you can certainly look at, and I think, as I say, the positives are that you're scoring goals, you're taking leads in games, and again, I think that's the other bits that you've got to work on in order to win games, is the little bit of sometimes the mental aspect, getting through it, and the run that you find yourselves in. That's how you do get through. And sometimes a draw is a big positive, and even that, you'll draw from it. But certainly, in respect of how the players have gone in the game, the work ethic starting to come back, the commitment starting to come back, and that's been evident in the last certainly the last 3 or 4 games. That's got it. That's just a gimme. You've got to make sure that keeps on going right the way throughout. But you've got to understand you've got to do that for 97 minutes.
I'm going to mention discipline, but only because somebody else has. Michael Appleton's gone to his players before the game and bet them that somebody would be sent off. Is this a reputation that's building now?
No. I think it's something that we have addressed, and it's something that was. Has been discussed. It's part of the gamesmanship. You've got to be able to keep a cool head when all around you sort of in chaos, and that's something that we've spoke to at length, and it's something that I've got to do as well during these times of being sort of put in the situation. I was fully aware of it, and that's how you deal with it, and you've got to be level-headed enough and confident enough to know what will be required, because it's not going to be easy, but I understand that nothing ever is at this club.
Going old school today, training on lower gig. What's the thinking on that one?
Well, main reason we were all going up to the Millwood School afterwards for Christmas, and I think that's important at this time. You understand what people go through during this period and how privileged we are to be involved in professional football. So it's always humbling, something like that, but it's a sense of realism a little bit as well. So we're here. Look where the club's gone. 3 years on the return. Disappointed when he come back and seeing a lot of good things that were in place. It had gone, and you had to step forward. Good thing was that you had a chairman in place and a board that had a level of ambition to take this club to where it would like it to be. So you reflect on where you are and where you are going to achieve, and I think that's what you've got to look at. How we've managed to step forward, take the club forward, and now it's a little bit of tough times and you bed in again in order to get to where you are. But you can't just expect anything. Sir Alex Ferguson, who's had best success ever, he understands you don't work in linear lines of success. If you did, you would go off the scale and you'd have no level to improve. So that's where we're at right now. This is what we've got to do. You understand it, and you've got to bed in. You've got to get through it in order to have the next stage of success.
Christmas schedule with so many games close together. Do you have enough time to plan, or is all the planning done well before? It's
done before, but it's you've got to make sure that you get the recovery periods in. I think what will be tough is because the squad numbers, as they stand, make it difficult. In respect of planning for the next game. So you're having a head count. That's where we will be at during this period. But it will take us in the January period, and that's a time when you can address it, because it's evident that we don't have strength in depth, certainly in defence.
Next game, Fleetwood. You've seen them recently. What do you know? What do you expect?
No, they've done well. Juve's gone in there, and someone who I'd admire. He's done well since he's turned to management. We've locked horns a few times, and also enjoy speaking football. Like his philosophy, how he goes about things, what is very similar in a lot of respects of what he expects from a football club and from players, etc. So I'm looking forward to it. So it comes at a time when you've got a lot of games in quick succession, and it'd be nice to get something favourable out of it.